Okay. So Evan, are you ready for your part of the debate?
Yeah.
Okay. So remember to turn on your video. So not getting enough sleep is the worst habit to have. So Evan, you can take it from here.
Yeah, I think not getting enough sleep is the worst habit because three reasons. The first one is that uh, without enough sleep, uh, we will not have good performance in our work because we cannot concentrate on our work if we do not sleep well. And for example, as a doctor, if I uh, my sleep was interrupted during my night shifting. Uh, it it make me difficult to make a right decision when patients are suffering from some serious problems. And this is very dangerous. So that is why our government imposed a rule uh, to to make to allow all the resident doctors have enough sleep during their work. And second, I think without the enough sleep, uh, people health will be impacted because numerous studies are showing that sleep is help us prevent us from heart disease and from some brain disease like memory loss. So uh, and enough sleep is also very important for our children to grow up. So if people do not have enough sleep, um, our children our children's growing will be if uh, be influenced, and they might not be have a their brain might not be mature well when they are in teenager, and when people are aging they are easily to have a heart disease or some neurogenic disease like dementia. And finally, I think uh, uh, enough sleep can help people think logically. So it can prevent people from doing something unreasonable, like overspending. So if you have enough sleep, people when you buy something, you will think it is uh, necessary for you or not, and you you will people will rarely do buy something that they don't need. So that is why I think based on these 3 points, enough sleep is we not getting enough sleep is the worst habit in uh, uh, in our life.
Okay. Great. Ian, what about you? Can you tell us about overspending?
Okay, I think overspending is the worst habits to have, and I have 3 reasons. The first reason is when you have the urge or eager to spend or buying something, you will spending a lot of time on searching or surfing on the internet to see the stuff you want to buy. Uh, due to this behavior, you may distract from your work. And I think if the worst case is if you being being discovered by your boss is seeing you didn't work, and instead of surfing on the internet to watch the something you want to buy, it will have a bad impression to your boss, so your work performance will not be good. This is my first reason. The second reason is if you spend too much money buying something you don't necessarily need, you don't necessarily need, that will cost a lot of money, or and the worst case is if you don't have enough money to pay the debt, your credit will be bad for your upcoming loan or something. You will have a bad record in bank. And the third reason is if you buy too much stuff you don't really need, and your house or your home, your space, didn't have enough space to store that stuff, that will, yeah, your house will be very messy. So based on the three reasons, first is you will distract from the work and your performance will be bad. And the second is if your credit, it will be bad if you don't have enough money to pay the debt. The third is your home or your apartment do not have a space to store those things. That would your home will be messy. So I think these three reasons cause the overspending is the worst habits to have.
Okay, well done, both of you. Evan, what do you think about Ian's argument? Do you support your own, or do you think his is better, and why?
I think Ian gave a lot of supportive points for his argument, and yeah, I think these points are very strong, and is convincing that overspending is a bad habit. But I think maybe there is a small problem is that, yeah, so through Ian's argument, I know that overspending is a bad habit, but I don't know why it is a worst habit, or even he didn't compare overspending with not getting enough sleep. So so I think from his argument, I can I agree with him that overspending is bad, but I don't think it can convince me that it is the worst.
Okay, interesting. So you still think that yours is the best?
Yeah.
Sorry, Evan, do you still think yours is the best?
Yeah.
Okay. Then Ian, what do you have to say from Evan's counter argument?
Oh, sorry, I misunderstood the topic. We want to debate and compare to each other. So I just write down my arguments. I didn't notice I need to compare to not getting enough sleep.
I guess like you don't really need to, but it would help with persuading Evan about why his is the worst. Yours is the worst, worse than his, or worse than all of the bad habits.
Okay. Okay. So basically, I think the Evan's argument is quite strong because the person didn't have enough sleep, so he knows what would do the bad effects be because of not getting enough sleep. Enough sleep. Yeah, so I agree all of his arguments, and I don't know.
Some feedback.
I think overspending.
Is there anything he can do better?
Yeah.
Is there any feedback you can give Evan?
I'm quite agree with his arguments.
Okay, so
because
Evan has
I'm the one who needs
argument.
Sleep. Yes. Yes.
Okay, so if Ian had a stronger argument saying how he compared his argument with not getting enough sleep, that would be enough. Evan, is that what you suggest, that's how he can improve his argument?
Yeah, I think at least he could compare overspending and not getting enough sleep, and if he could speak more about overspending and maybe other bad habits, and maybe like make a comparison, or like I don't know, maybe just infer that overspending can result in all of the worst results in the world. it would be very convincing that overspending is the worst habits.
Okay, so having him compare with other bad habits, how his is the worst to have. Okay, great. So here I think Evan had a stronger argument. We all agree here because his is the worst. It's worse. Yeah, so I think you should definitely get more sleep. Yeah. Okay, great. So that's all the time we have today for today's lesson. I think that both of you did a good job with the debate. Having the structure is all there, except that listening or focusing more on, is it just a bad habit or the worst habit, which means compared to all of the habits that it's the worst one to have, which it'd be a good way to compare with other bad habits, how it's the one, yours is the worst one. Yeah, so keep that in mind.
Okay.
And then next week I think Ella is going to join our class, so Evan, you're going to have the debate with her and the discussion with her, hopefully.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, you guys have any questions for today's lesson?
No. Okay.
No. Okay, well, thank you guys so much. Send you guys the recording and then the talk for next week, and I'll see you guys next week. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.